Good morning. I think you may all be on mute right now. I want to say good morning. Welcome to probate court number 2 in Tarrant County, Texas. We are live streaming this on YouTube per the Office of the Court Administration and Texas Supreme Court. If y'all will hold on just a second. I'll be on mute right now. I want to say good morning. Welcome to probate court number 2 in Tarrant County, Texas. We are live streaming this on YouTube for the Office of the Court Administration and Texas Supreme Court. If y'all will hold on just okay, I was getting double playback, I think, because YouTube was open. It still says we're live streaming on YouTube, and this is probate court number 2. The Texas law prohibits any kind of recording other than the recording that is going on right now by the court, which is the official record. Counsel, if y'all can try and announce yourself so that we can make sure that we can hear you. And Mr. Murphy, you're sideways. I can.
Am I good?
You're sideways. So I see you sitting horizontal.
Oh.
Do you have the rotate function off, like locked on your?
Is that
there
better?
You are. Now you're straight up. All right, if y'all will introduce yourself and who you represent.
This is Ray Murphy. I'm here on behalf of Diamond and a Half LP and Diamond and a Half GP LLC. I'm here with Emily Hahn. Emily will be presenting the hearing this morning. And we're also here with Tom Lord as the representative of Diamond and a Half LP and Diamond and a Half GP LLC. No, we can't hear Butch.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Mr. Meldy?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right, Butch Korb and Natalie Brackett on behalf of Melinda Lord individually.
Mr. Korb, yours just says setup. That's why I thought you were running the show here. All right, Mr. Medling?
Yes, ma'am.
And okay, we can hear you.
Good. I can finally hear everybody else. We have Chase Medling and Preston Mott for Anna Lord and Emily.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right. Is there anybody else we think is going to join us today?
I don't believe so.
Okay. All right. Then y'all may go ahead.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Emily Hahn. As Mr. Murphy stated, we're representing Diamond and a Half LP and Diamond and a Half GC LLC. Your Honor, there is a supplement to the first amended emergency motion for temporary and permanent sealing order that was filed in this case on 3/16/2020. There was an order signed at the continuation of the temporary injunction hearing. There was a notice of hearing that was publicly posted in Tarrant County. It was posted on the public notice board as well as on the Tarrant County website to comply with the rule, the public notice of posting. Your Honor, that public notice of posting was also filed with the Texas Supreme Court, and that was filed with our court, Your Honor, on April 2nd. It's the notice of filing of affidavit of notice of posting. So that has, in our opinion, fulfilled the notice requirement under the rule to go ahead and have these records permanently sealed. Your Honor, if you would like, I'd like to ask if you could take judicial notice of the testimony that was previously given regarding the motion to seal, and then I would go through testimony with Tom Lord, who's here today, if you would like it.
Okay. Not only that, what about the temporary restraining order? I know I took the testimony and the temporary restraining order for the temporary motion to seal as well. Would you like me to consider that evidence?
Yes, Your Honor, I would. Thank you.
Okay. And Mr. or Deputy Worsham is here, and he is actually in the courtroom. And Deputy Worship, is anybody there wanting to speak on this behalf? Okay, I've muted him. Okay, now I can hear you.
No, nobody's in the courtroom.
All right, thank you. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Your Honor. Would you like him to be sworn in, Your Honor, or how would you like to proceed with testimony?
Do you have a notary there, or are you a notary?
Neither, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Lord, if you'll please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Could you state your name for the record, please?
My name is Carl Thomas Lord Jr. I usually go by Tom.
And are you familiar with the two entities, the Diamond and a Half LP and Diamond and a Half GC LLC?
I am.
And with regard to those entities, are you familiar with the documents that have been produced as exhibits and produced in discovery in this matter?
I am.
And have some of those been marked confidential because it is the belief of the company of which you're the representative that they are typically not shared with the public, they are kept confidential?
Yes.
And so are you a member and manager of Diamond and a Half GP LLC?
I am.
Is Diamond and a Half GP LLC the general partner of Diamond and a Half LP?
It is.
And is Diamond and a Half GP LLC manager managed?
It is manager managed. Yes.
And so as the manager, are you familiar with some of the documents that have been produced on behalf of the LP and the LLC?
I am.
And you consider those documents confidential?
I do. Yes.
And so I'm talking specifically about the documents that have been designated as to be sealed in this matter. And so with regarding those, do they contain proprietary information about the structure, organization, or assets of the LP and LLC?
Yes, they do.
And are you concerned that public disclosure would reveal that proprietary information?
I am. Yes.
And do you believe that the LP and the LLC both have a specific, serious, and substantial interest in preventing the disclosure of confidential, commercially sensitive information because of the proprietary nature of those documents? And do you believe that interest in keeping those documents confidential outweighs the presumption of openness because there is no public interest in these documents? And so is it your testimony that the general public health and safety will not be affected by the sealing of these records? Would you agree that there is no less restrictive means of protecting these records? And so do you—
Mr. Lord, I'm going to ask you to speak up. You're shaking your head up and down for the last few questions, which I assume means yes, but if you'll please answer audibly.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Yes, I do.
And my apologies, Tom, I didn't instruct you.
Project toward the microphone. So.
Your Honor, would you like me to go back through those questions, or did everyone?
Mr. Lord, the last few answers have been yes. You've shaken your head up and down. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, and so the records that we're talking about are marked confidential or attorney's eyes only. Is that correct?
Yes.
And so are these documents typically limited to managers, members, limited partners, and professionals, including accountants and attorneys assisting the LP and the LLC?
Yes.
And so were redacted versions of some of these documents provided to third parties directly that contract with the LP or LLC?
Yes, they were.
And have you always intended to maintain the confidentiality of these records?
We have, yes.
And is it your understanding that these documents were provided to counsel in this matter under a protective order?
Yes.
Okay. And so, Your Honor, I figured I would go through one document and then ask if the questions and the answers for the other documents would be the same, if that's acceptable to the court.
Okay, however you'd like to do it.
Yes, ma'am. So the exhibits that have been designated to be sealed have already been temporary sealed. Is that your understanding?
Yes, it is.
And so one of the exhibits that is designated as Defendant's Exhibit 12. I don't know if y'all all have the hearing notebooks in front of you. It starts with DAH 000306. Is this a communication between the attorney representing the LP and LLC previously and you as a member of the LP or LLC?
Yes,
And so is that to your understanding, that's a confidential communication?
yes, it is.
Okay, and then also in that exhibit on the third page, which is DAH 000308, is this an amended and restated agreement of limited partnership for the LP?
Yes, it is.
So that is, would you consider that a typical organization document?
I would, yes.
And is that something that is normally shared with the public?
No, we would not.
And that is the type of document, along with the communication with your attorney, that you would typically keep confidential?
We would, yes.
Okay. And then, Your Honor, I'm gonna flip to Defendant's Exhibit 35. So, Your Honor, Defendant Exhibit 35 starts with DAH 000557. And Mr. Lord, is this the federal tax return for Diamond and a Half LP from 2018?
Yes, it is.
And is this something that you would typically consider to be confidential for the LP?
Yes, we would.
And was this provided to a professional to assist you with filing this with the government?
Yes,
And is that the only disclosure that you would typically have for this type of information?
yes,
And so if I asked you these same questions regarding the other exhibits that have been designated to be permanently sealed today, would your answers be the same?
yes, they would.
And so is it your position that the LP and the LLC, normally it is their practice to keep confidential communications with attorneys?
Yes,
For the LP and the LLC, is it normal practice to keep the organizational types of documents like we saw in the previous exhibit confidential?
yes, it is.
And is it also the LP and the LLC, their typical practice to keep the financial documents of the LP and LLC confidential?
Yes, it is.
And so the types of documents that we've talked about today would not have been provided to the public, is that correct?
Yes,
And so therefore you continue to maintain the confidentiality of these documents, even though they have been produced under the protective order, is that right?
yes, it is.
And then, so it's your opinion that the LP and the LLC have a specific, serious, and substantial interest in maintaining the confidentiality of the documents that have been designated to be sealed today?
Yes, we do.
And so, Your Honor, I would just go back through 76A requires that a motion be on file. The motion was the supplement to the first amended motion to seal was filed on the 16th. The order was signed, and then Your Honor entered the order granting the amended emergency motion for temporary sealing order. The public notice of hearing was posted on the Tarrant County Public Notice Board, as well as on the Tarrant County Court's website, where the public notices are posted. And then that same public notice was filed with the Texas Supreme Court. And Your Honor, all of those documents are have been filed with this court. And additionally, so Your Honor, we are asking today that the defendants, who are the movements in this case, the LP and the LLC, that are exhibit numbers 12, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, 26, 31, 35, 36, 38, 39, 45, 46A, 46B, 48, 49, and 55 be sealed. And of the plaintiff's exhibits, Your Honor, we would ask that exhibit numbers 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 21, 29, 30, 49, and 50 be permanently sealed for the reasons that you've heard testimony today and previously heard testimony. Would Your Honor like to hear anything else regarding the motion to permanently seal? Oh, sorry, Your
I
Honor.
was muted. That's up to you, how you wanna run your proceeding. Are there any other questions for Mr. Lord from anyone else?
No questions, Your Honor.
No questions.
No questions.
All right, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I will grant the motion. I have the Word document proposed order, so I'll be signing that. I'll send it to all of you when I send it to the clerk. It should be in a PDF when I sign it. It won't have my usual signature, but the clerk is familiar with the different signatures we're using during this time in our Zoom hearing. Is there anything else for today?
Nothing further.
No, Your Honor.
Nothing else, Your Honor.
If they're out there that you cannot record this, and I appreciate you all being available via Zoom, and stay healthy.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Judge.
Judge.
Have a good day.
You too.